You're listening to Happy Hour Hustle from the creative geniuses here at 834. We're funny, informative, and we swear. We talk all things marketing, communication, small business, plus we offer up hot takes on our industry and whatever else we feel like talking about. So, grab your drink of choice. It's always 5 o'clock at 834. And crank it up. All right, hustlers, thank you so much for joining us again today. Today we have Rachel Berkal, co-founder of Vetr Health. Thank you so much for being here, Rachel.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So first off, let's just tell us a little bit about what Vetr Health is.
Yeah, I'd love to. So Vetr Health is an in-home membership-based veterinary care service. Mm-hmm. So we provide all of your wellness care for your pets in the comfort of your home.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about how this idea came about, how you started it. Obviously, you said co-founders, you started with someone else. Tell us about that whole experience.
Yeah, so I'm in business with my fiance, like partners in business and in life, but we got a puppy in the middle of the pandemic, Penny Lane. She's a golden doodle and the love of our lives. But really early into having Penny, we started to experience a lot of the problems that pet parents face today in veterinary medicine. First, how expensive it is. Mm-hmm. Second, how stressful and inconvenient it was for me to take time off work to come home, to grab her, to go to the vet, to stay there, come back. You know, it just felt like there was a better way to be experiencing this. And we were also starting to experience a lot of technology on the human side of healthcare. So we wanted to figure out a better way to do this, and we thought bringing it in home as a convenience and layering in that technology was the path forward. So that kind of sparked the idea, and Penny is now still the center of our universe and the center of the business.
I've got a mini golden doodle too. Her name's Manitou, and she's precious. Yes, yeah.
Is she big or small?
She's mini, so she's like that big probably, and she's more poodle, so we'll have to do pictures of dogs after this. I'm shocked you didn't say anything before.
We were told that Penny was going to be between 45 and 55 pounds, and she's a solid 80 pounds. So.
Oh my god, golden doodles get so big.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think she would have gotten bigger if we didn't spay her at 6 months. So
she would have just
she would have 120 pounds at this point. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So tell me a little bit about what it was like starting your own business. I mean, the small businesses in Michigan, it's a huge part of the workforce. Like, did you always know you wanted to do something like that, or how did that come about?
Yeah, I feel like I always had an entrepreneurial spirit, but my background, and I grew up in corporate retail. So straight from college, I knew I wanted to have a big girl job. I really wanted to be in corporate America, and I learned so much during my tenure there.
Yeah.
But I always felt something was missing, and that if I didn't at least try, I would never know. So I would have ideas like pop into my head and like, oh, it'd be so great if we could do this. And now I feel like that is such a real possibility. Like, I know exactly how to take the steps to do that. So it's hard. It's really hard to go from 0 to 1 and to stick with it long enough to actually have clients and have, revenue and to grow. So many people give up because it is really hard.
Right.
It is really hard to start something from nothing. So if you can stick it out and you can do it and just hang in there, you will be successful. So
100%. So you guys have the physical spot on Wealthy now, but when you started, was it just kind of like out of your homes? Like how did the whole process work? I mean, you started it kind of like right after the pandemic, right?
Yeah, so 2022, so we started out of our house, and then we had a small office in the basement of this warehousey type building over downtown by the train tracks.
You're like out by the train tracks.
Yeah, that's literally it was so hard to take a call because the train would be like, sorry, the train's coming by, and I couldn't hear our own thoughts. Then we moved into the Doug Meyer Medical Building, which is sponsored or run in part with MSU Research Foundation. So we were there for a time, and then we just moved into this new building. But we don't have a space where people are bringing their pets into our office, so all the care is done physically in the home.
Yeah. What have you heard from people? I mean, this is like a market gap. I really hadn't heard anything like it in this area. I mean, people love their dogs in West Michigan, so you have the market for it for sure.
Yeah, dogs and cats. But once people experience it, they are loving it, and I think it's reflected in our reviews and the feedback that we get from pet parents. I think we have a balance of really anxious and fearful pets, so people who have had an experience at the traditional vet where they're like, my dog or cat is absolutely freaking out and I need a different solution. So we definitely have a lot of members like that, but then we have people who just want the convenience and who appreciate it just so that they don't have to take time off work and they can continue on with their day while our team comes in and does what they have to do. But I think it's people are understanding concierge healthcare for human medicine, so why can't those same principles apply to veterinary medicine?
Right.
And it's not super expensive comparatively. We were really conscious of making sure that we're offering a really good value to pet parents when the cost of vet care is rising at a really fast rate and faster than any other category of pet spending.
100%. No, we just had a scare with our pup. She got bit by a tick. And so we were up north with her, and all of a sudden she started getting really lethargic, and we're like,
oh my god.
and we went to the vet up there, and they're like, we don't think it's a tick. And we're like, but she got bit by a tick, and she did never take medicine, so we think it's a tick. And we had to end up having to come down here. It was the whole thing. Anyway, she's okay. She's doing great. She's on the medicine. Fortunately, I mean, there's one medicine for all the tick diseases. So when we came down here, she's like, oh, just start taking this, and she's good. But yeah, we did the emergency vet care up in Traverse, and that is like,
oh my god, I don't even want to know.
absolutely insane. I'm like, oh, that's a good way to drop $1,000.
For real.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's crazy how much, and there really is no kind of pet insurance you could do, and people have jobs, you can't just drop everything, and a lot of places don't allow you to just drop it for your dog to go to a vet clinic or something like that. So 100%, I feel like it's really filling a critical market gap in that sense.
Yeah, and we offer the telehealth, so once we establish care with you and your pet, then you can leverage the telehealth as many times as the year that you need, which is great, just to be for those times where you don't know and you're like, we're up north, but I kind of need to know if I should be freaking out. Yeah, or, can we wait a little bit? So, yeah, but I'm sorry you guys had to go through that.
She's doing great now. No, it was not a very fun trip, vacation, to say the least. Oh. Yeah, no, she's good. Yeah, 100%. But everyone get their dogs tick medicine.
Yeah, prevention is.
Yeah, prevention's key. Well, and right now, the ticks are very, very bad in Michigan. They get worse every year.
Are really high in Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So let's talk a little bit about what it was like marketing your own business, when you first got it, starting out. I mean, how that's what we do. So we'll talk about it. How did you start out, even getting people to know about it? Do you start with your circles and getting the word out? Because I mean, it's a busy market right now. There's a lot of small businesses. So what did you do to get the word out right away?
Yeah, I feel like we are still figuring out our marketing strategy. We bootstrapped, we raised a little friends and family. We have always operated on a shoestring budget for marketing. So much of it has been on grassroots events. So we were just immediately setting up at Whitecaps games and Retriever Fever with Paws for the Cause. So places where people are going with their pets, community engagements, community events. How can we just be there and tell people about what we're doing? And then, of course, being really loud about it in our own networks, a little bit on digital media, but trying to be more intentional with organic socials.
Right.
But yeah, so much. I think we are inundated with so much on our phones, on our social media feeds, that it just all feels fake sometimes. All of these ads, I'm just like, I don't want to see it. So I think people are craving that face-to-face interaction, feeling that really community localized vibe where they can go somewhere with their pet and see a real company, real people who genuinely care about their pets. And I think the branding, I think people felt like we were a really big business right out of the gate. And I'm like, I mean, it's flattering, but no, we're not. It's our small team in Grand Rapids, and we have aspirations to be, a national, global brand. But right now, we need.
We're starting here though. So would you say right now, are you pretty much just West Michigan? Do you do statewide? How does it work right now?
So right now the concentration of our members is in West Michigan. A lot of them, will travel, and we can provide telehealth from wherever they're at. We're expanding into Southeast Michigan, and we just got into the Google AI Academy. So we're one of 17 U.S. startups selected for this accelerated program. Thank you. Yeah,
huge deal.
So we're super excited. So now we'll be leaning into the next steps of our business and how we develop AI and can create an operating system for mobile vets to practice medicine this way, supported through this technology and through our diagnostics. Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about the Google AI Academy and like more about what that means, how you applied, why you decided to apply for that sort of thing.
Yeah, we applied. This was our third year applying. So to anyone who's like applied to anything, Techstars, Y Combinator, and didn't get in, just keep applying. Don't get discouraged. So this was our third year applying. And it's essentially an accelerator in a sense where you get paired up with mentors, there's programming, you get technical support and technical training, leadership development, and then of course on top of all of that you're getting access to Google's global network, and that's invaluable. I mean, if there's one thing that we've learned, it's like your network is so incredibly important for how you build your business. So the fact that we feel like we've just unlocked a level of the matrix that we've been, hoping for the last 3 years. So we're really excited. And there's, interestingly enough, there's 4 Michigan-based companies who are in the program, and that's the highest concentration of any state. So the next state, California, is the only state who has more than one company, I believe. And so Michigan is showing up in a really amazing way. So we're proud.
That's really cool. I didn't realize that. And so, Google AI Accelerator, I want to ask, like, how do you guys utilize AI in your business currently? And how do you kind of see it in that space? Because, AI, we talk about it constantly, about how AI can be used in the marketing world. Like, if you don't use it, you're already behind. But there's also, like, ethical ways to use it. So, like, in what way is it applicable in what you guys do right now?
Yeah, so there's a lot of AI tools popping up in the veterinary scene. So we're taking what we're developing for our own team and now trying to build that as part of the tech stack. So for example, like voice to text records. Right. That's a no-brainer. Like they're in the home. Record keeping itself takes a long time. Yeah. And so they could go through their whole day and then they still have to sit down and do all of these notes at the end of the day. So it's a huge time saver for them to dictate, and then at the end of the day it organizes it into this SOAP format which we use for our records. So that, and then we're also, we own and operate a diagnostics lab, so that's part of our total vertical integration. Nice. So we're using a lot of the data that we have from the lab to train these models so that we can improve our diagnostic processes. And I can't say too much more about all that we're building, but the goal is for it to be a full AI tech stack for specifically focused on mobile veterinarians and ways that we can improve their process, make them more efficient. Because at the end of the day, they want to practice veterinary medicine. There's so much more that goes along with it. Even when you're a one woman shop trying to run a mobile practice, there's so many back office things that you have to worry about and think about, and client communication. So how can we make that a really a comprehensive operating system so they're able to do really cool.
Well, and yes, from like idea to actually executing small business, like there's a lot of things people probably don't even think about, like the finance side of things, the legality of everything, the making sure you're certified in all the right areas, that sort of thing. When you guys were starting out with your business, I mean, did you look to anyone else? Like, who do you talk to in this space to even like get a start there, right? Because I know you said you employ veterinarians, but like, how'd you get your start with that?
So one of our co-founders is a veterinarian. So there's 4 of us. So I went to undergrad with Dr. Boyke, and so he was really our guiding light for all things, veterinary medicine. But I think it's just really important to have mentors in the space. So we had mentors not only on the veterinary side, but on the business side, legal side, accounting side. Like as much as you can be insulated and supported by people who know more than you, who have been down this road a few more times, the better, because you just don't know what you don't know until something comes up and you're like, oh shit, we didn't think about that.
You're like, oh my god, wait, what? I didn't even know how to do that part of it. What would be your advice as someone that is now, started a business, for someone that's thinking like, I have this really great idea and man, I should do it. Like, what would be your advice to them, your message to them?
Oh, just start, and you'll never know if you don't try. And you just have to stick it out. You just have to do it and stay with it, and it's going to be really, really hard. But you can always go back to a normal 9 to 5. But if you don't take a bet on yourself, you'll never know.
Gosh. And where do you see like the trends in your corner of the market? Like, what are some of the things that you've seen that you're like, well, that's really cool, or that's concerning. You know, I had a talk yesterday with students, and that was one of the questions they asked me. I'm like, gosh, I should think more about that all the time. But like, what are some of the things that you're seeing that are either exciting or concerning, that sort of thing, in your corner of the market right now?
In veterinary medicine?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the AI side is really cool. I think it's unlocking, and seeing our team interact with the AI and being like, wow, that's amazing, I think is really, really, really cool. And I'm excited about how we can continue to innovate in that space and bring them more tools that they're going to be excited about.
Right? Oh, 100%. And there's so many applicable uses too. I feel like, especially from the telehealth part of it, right? And the note taking. I know I've got like therapist friends that like that kind of stuff, because they say like half their time is just like dictating the stuff that they heard and making notes. So I feel like it's probably pretty similar in that front.
Exactly. Yep, you're exactly right.
That's so cool. Anything else that I didn't ask about that you just want? How can people learn more about Vetr Health?
Yeah, by going to our website at vetrhealth.com, betrhealth.com. And yeah, I want them to know that it's a concierge service, so we're coming to your home, but it's not expensive when you compare it to brick and mortar veterinary medicine. So for all that we're including, we really do think it's a wonderful value, and with the convenience of coming to your home, it's really unmatched. So the membership includes visits, vaccines, diagnostics, and the telehealth. So you really are in good hands with our team, and we are a team that really cares about your pets and wants to make sure that they're receiving the best care possible, and home is the best for a lot of pets and pet parents. So.
Yeah, no. Oh, and it's funny you say vaccines, because I feel like one of the sticking points in my brain is I'm like, oh, I need to get that vaccine. Oh no, I need to get an appointment now. Oh no, there's not an appointment till Wednesday. Oh no, I can't do Wednesday. So like just the convenience of that for vaccines, like in the regular things that pets need to get.
Exactly. Yeah, and if like the membership is if they're not sure and they're like, I don't want another monthly payment, that's fine. We'll do single visits. We'll do one-off things. If you just want to try it, we can do a one-off visit. So yeah, we're excited about the way that the business is growing in Grand Rapids and beyond, and what Google will mean for us to scale nationally really quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's very exciting. Rachel, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate it. We'll have all the information about Vetr Health. If you're a pet parent, absolutely check it out. We're just very excited. Thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right, hustlers. See you in the download.